Any movement from the big guy?
Nothing. He's been out for hours.
He usually gets up pretty well before video time, right?
Yeah, he's usually up pretty early on video day, and he was today.
He's been up?
Yeah, he walked in with that tea, took a sip, and then said he was tired and gonna take a nap. He's been out ever since.
And I'm guessing you're smart enough that you checked that tea.
I've scanned it 3 times. Nothing.
Hey, kiddo! Up and at 'em! Work to do! Video to record! Wake up!
And you think I didn't try that?
It was worth a try anyway.
Hey, you guys. I know you gotta make a video and all, but can you keep it down a little bit? Some of us are trying to take a bath in peace.
Sorry, Squeak. We'll try our best.
Hey.
So, what do we do now?
Well, he once told me that if he couldn't do a video for whatever reason, I should do one for him.
That was before I showed up, I bet, so I'm helping.
That's fine. I've never done a video by myself anyway. Access the schedule and see what the topic is.
It looks like it's top 10 assistants. Ain't that funny?
Why?
Why? Because oh, never mind. You take the lead. Let's do this.
Hello there, heroes. I'm Kaizoku, reviewer assistant extraordinaire.
And I'm Chompsy, the Mini-Zoid hostess with mostest.
Welcome to another Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge Hiatus video. Today we're assisting Sean and each other by bringing you a look at the top 10 assistants.
Let's make things clear here. This list only has 10 candidates on it. Why? Because there are only 10. We didn't count mentors that also handle tech stuff. Mentors already got a video.
That's right. These are the non-mentor characters that help the Rangers and the mentor in the battle to save Earth.
Not every season has one. Sometimes they just have the mentor be good with the computers and the such and handle both. Hence there being just 10 in all.
Sean had this list written before he fell asleep, so these are his rankings and general ideas. He told me that this wasn't one of those times that he assigned points to various categories. He just sorted this list by personal feeling.
All right, enough talking about talking. Let's get to this thing.
Number 10, So, MEGAFORCE Super. Sorry, couldn't help the joke. I know Sean got the idea of naming me Kaizoku after this guy being named Tenso. Tenso comes from the name of the Sentai MEGAFORCE was based on, Tenso Sentai Go Sager. So he named me after the Sentai Super MEGAFORCE was based on, Kaizoku Sentai Go Kaiger. Plus, my name means pirate. That's pretty cool. Even though they gave him some important things to do, like creating Orion's belt and modifying the command base into the Gosei Ultimate Megazord, he just didn't seem to do all that much besides whine and roll around too fast. Oh, and in a season that wasted far too much time, Tenso got an episode basically to himself that was completely meaningless. Tenso, indeed.
Number 9, Circuit, Time Force. Kids seem to feel real bad about this one. Wanted Circuit to be higher on the list. Cute little bird, fun voice, great attitude. He summoned the Zords from the future for the Time Force Rangerinos. Even could access the Time Force database and check things against the future, and even look into the future from time to time. Thing is, Bird Boy here never seemed to be very involved with the story. Can't even be sure that he was in every episode. I doubt that he was, beyond maybe send the Zords. Maybe that's why he couldn't fly any higher than number 9.
Number 8, Cam, Ninja Storm. I can hear you guys already, but Kaizoku, Cam was a ranger. That's true, obviously, but before he was a ranger, Cam ran the computers that helped the Ninja Storm Rangers do just about anything. Cam was useful, sending the Zords, the weapons, providing power boosts, monitoring things, etc. So why isn't he higher? Cam was really snarky and kind of annoying before he was a ranger. There was a reason for it. He wanted to be a ranger, but it made him kind of a snot to the other rangers until he got his own powers. So that's why he's down here at number 8.
Number 7, Claire, Mystic Force. So here at 7, we got basically the opposite of Cam. Claire always had a great attitude and was fun and funny, early comic relief for the show. But she didn't do a whole lot, being literally incompetent at magic at first. It was only later when she mastered her abilities enough to even join the fight herself, becoming the gatekeeper like her mother before her. This might be taking the conversation out of the context of assistance, but I really wish that we'd gotten more of Claire as the gatekeeper. Her fight with Korag was incredible, and she got to be a part of the overall fight. She did journey to save Udana even without being the gatekeeper, but her having a Sailor Moon-like transformation was just really neat.
Number 6, Mrs. Fairweather Rawlings, Lightspeed Rescue. I thought it would be nice to honor the character's canon married name, but went hyphenated since you guys might not have known who I meant if I just said Mrs. Rawlings. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, in the Time Force team-up episode Time for Lightspeed, we find out that Green Ranger Joel and Miss Fairweather got married. Miss Fairweather was a busy assistant, always working with the staff at the Aqua Base to provide new tools, weapons, Zords, and whatever else the Lightspeed Rescue Rangers needed. She was so busy that there was even an episode partially based on her working so hard without rest. She didn't really provide any counsel to the Rangers, but she was far too busy to do that anyway. Number 6.
Number 5, Haley, Dino Thunder. Hey, Kaizoku, you said that Sean always said there's a line in these top 10 lists, right?
Yeah, between the okay and the really good.
Well, this week, it's right down the middle. Haley is a great assistant. She knew all about the computers, the systems of the Zords, etc. She was a big help there. But since it was a theme of the show that Tommy, an old Ranger soldier by that point, didn't get the kids these days, Haley was a bigger help actually counseling and providing advice to the Rangers. Plus, she also ran the hangout. And on top of all that, she wasn't too hard to look at either, if you know what I'm talking about. Number 5!
Number 4. Billy, Zeo. The end of MMPR is interesting in terms of personnel. Karen Ashley, who played Aisha, was leaving the show. At the same time, the show was changing footage to O-Ranger, starting with just 5 Rangers. You would think that would be perfect. Tommy, Rocky, Adam, Catherine, and Billy would become Rangers. Until you realize that Kat is the only girl in that group, and both the pink and yellow Rangers had skirts. Thus, they had to cast a new female yellow, and one of the boys had to step aside. That ended up being Billy, who transitioned into a technical role. During Zeo, he really functions as a better assistant than Alpha, despite Alpha still being around. He kept an eye on the power levels, coordinated the Zords, helped develop weapons. He did it all. The role really fit Billy's technical and nerdy personality, even if it did sort of suck to lose him as a Power Ranger. I still think that if there weren't conflicts behind the scenes, they probably would have allowed him to return as the Gold Ranger. Number 4.
Number 3, Kit, SPD. Had to check the list a few times when I got to this spot. Kit is obsessed with Orange, but the only close to legit Orange Ranger lands at number 3? But his notes say that while she was awesome with the tech and provided wisdom from her many years of being an alien Catwoman, the top 2 on the list just kind of outdo her. Fair enough, I guess. It was nice that the season included an episode that showed things would literally fall apart without Kat there. The show doesn't always make that much of an effort to honor the assistant character. Of course, Kid just wishes that Morpher had lasted longer. Number 3.
All right, Chompsy, when we get to this point, we recap the list before announcing the final 2.
Hey, sounds good to me. Hey, let's mix it up and do it in the opposite order we did during the list. Don't waste episodes on the robot if the robot ain't interesting. Number 10, so.
Cute bird, but didn't do much. Circuit is number 9.
He mellowed out when he became a ranger, and that's a good thing. Cam is number 8.
Bad at magic, good at gatekeeping. Claire is number 7.
I bet she invented hair and makeup bots for her wedding, eh? Mrs. Fairweather Rawlings is number 6.
Just keep trying and you'll succeed. Now take the sword and beat that monster. Haley is number 5.
Proving that there is life after Ranger, Billy is number 4.
Power morpher, but a whole season of kicking butt in the base. Cat is number 3. So here's something you don't see every day. The top 2 are something from Mighty Morphin and something from Operation Overdrive. Could Overdrive finally land at the top of a list for something other than worst? Number 2, Alpha. MMPR, Zeo, Turbo, In Space, and Lost Galaxy. Yes, it did! But first, Alpha. All us robotic assistants look up to Alpha, who started this whole deal. He was great. He had a great attitude, admiring his new human friends and wanting to learn from them. He had a firm grasp on the controls of the command center most of the time, and you could argue that he was the most necessary assistant, seeing as Zordon didn't have anything but a head. Alpha also had the staying power, outlasting even Zordon himself through his era. Technically, through his different versions. He even took a rest in a box and popped up right as rain to fix the morphing grid and save the Overdrive Rangers. That's why he's number 2, but speaking of Overdrive, he's not quite as cool as...
Number 1, Spencer, Operation Overdrive. What's not to love about this guy? At first you think he's just a butler, but then he becomes so much more than that. From the first episode, he's given great advice, giving the Rangers a shoulder or a kick in the butt whenever they needed it. He could operate the machinery downstairs, sending the Zords where they were needed. He was even a master of disguise, helping the Rangers on the battlefield multiple times by donning a disguise and putting himself in the line of fire. We find out that he was in the Royal Navy, which obviously prepared him in the fight for Earth, and to be the number 1 Power Rangers assistant.
All right, you've heard from us.
Now it's time to hear from you. What assistant did you guys pick?
So, we made a little mistake.
Yeah, I guess we was nervous. We kind of forgot somebody important.
I'm really embarrassed. How did we miss her? She's the current assistant.
Yup, we blew it. I just hope the kid understands.
So, quickly, Kendall. She's actually just like Cam. Really smart and intelligent, good with technology, bad with people. So, we honorarily put her into a tie for 8th with Cam.
Now we got that out of the way, it's time for the viewer's choice. Kid always says a good top 10 video has a viewer's choice that's, all split up.
Well, this one certainly qualifies. Tied for 3rd are Kendall, Mrs. Fairweather Rawlings, Haley, and Circuit with 1 vote each.
Tied for 2nd with 2 votes are Fran from Jungle Fury, Spencer, Kat, and Billy.
Let me talk for a second about Fran. We didn't include her in the list, but we did remember her. It's just that we don't remember her doing much. Yes, she learned who the Rangers were and ran the restaurant when they had to run off, but she never really contributed to the technology or really with all that much advice. I guess she gets an honorable mention. Anyway, the king of the mountain got that mountain to himself, and my robot heart swells with pride. With 3 votes, the number 1 robot assistant's reaction is ay, 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 ay. That's right, it's Alpha. Thanks for voting.
So this week's channel shout-out goes to Timothy Rowland, who it turns out is a fellow episode reviewer. Also, dude's got a sweet beard. Check out his videos. It ain't a competition, you can watch us both.
Okay, guys, the video is over and Sean still isn't awake, so we gotta go. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, leave a comment below.
Next week, Sleeping Beauty over there wants to answer some of your questions.
Oh, right. Leave your questions in the comments below so Sean can answer them in next week's question and answers. If we can wake him up.
And hey, if you like us enough to make with a little cash, head over to the channel page and click that blue support button, won't you? And as always, heroes, may the power protect you.
Come on, Chompsy. I don't know what else we can do.
Hey, them Power Rangers is always combining their powers. Maybe we could try that?
Nothing to lose. Let's do it.
Ow! Guys, what did you do that for?
You're awake. You've been asleep for hours. It's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock? Oh, it's past time to record the video. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to another Power Rangers Dino SuperCharge Hiatus video. You know, assistants are sneakily important.
John, we already did the video.
Oh. Thanks. Wait, then why did you wake me?
Yes, Shauna.
It didn't work, genius. I managed to slip the sleepy juice into his soda, but his robots did the video anyway, and now he's awake.
Oh, but it did. You see, he didn't do this week's video, so he didn't increase the harmonic of his reviewers' energy. Theirs is too weak to matter. Did you find it?
Yes, I did. It was right where you said it.
Excellent. Make your way back here so I can examine it.
I'm on my way, but I'm like not running because I already feel totally gross.
Insolent. But she did her job. The closer we get to your 100th video, reviewer, the more and more I'm sure that it's never going to happen.
Can't even be sure that he was in every episode. Doubt that he was. Maybe it was nice that the season included an episode that showed things that would